Hello, just kidding, just come. Good afternoon, everyone. Light नहीं हो रहा बंद कर दिया उठाओ लाइट कम इस वाले को भी उठा देता है मुझे लगता है ज्यादा या इधर का करके देखो इधर ये मत उठाओ ये तो बहुत पीछे से आ जाएगी इसको तो बंद ही करता इसको डाउन करो इस तरफ नहीं इस तरफ नहीं करके देखो Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I am audible to you. Due to the light problem, I just shifted my seat. So I welcome all of you to join this session in such a short notice. Actually, I wanted to share with all of you regarding the NCrF in schools implementation of National Credit Framework because teachers are aware about it, but it is more important that even parents should know about it. What is NCrF? So I will share my screen with all of you. This is all as per the new education policy 2020. As you all are aware, we have implemented NEP 2020 in our school. So as per the NEP 2020 policy, NCRF is implemented in the school. There are credits that we will be giving to the students. So now you all need to know what are those credits and how it will be implemented and given to the students. So all of you kindly watch that PPT very carefully that I will be sharing with you. Just wait. Screen से हट गया। I hope my screen is visible to all of you. So let us start with the implementation of National Credit Framework in schools. The first thing that this National Credit Framework talks about is about the learning hours. That is very, very important. The total learning hours that the child is getting in school, maybe the child is doing academics or some project work, or maybe the child is involved in some lab work, the national credit hours are 1200 per year. The hours for studies academic year is 1200 hours per year which are given to the students. And for these 1200 hours, the child will be awarded 40 credits. It means we are giving 30 learning hours to each child. 30 learning hours means one credit will be given to the child. Again, I repeat, there are total 1200 hours per year, and for 1200 hours, 40 credits will be given to the child, and for 30 hours of learning, the child will get one credit. So now the message for the parents is you need to be very very particular and make sure that child should complete the attendance. These hours are related with the attendance as well. If the child will not be particular in school, the child may face problem. Now, as per NEP 2020 National Credit Framework, National Credit Framework talks about elementary education, junior classes, then school education, then higher and technical education, vocational education. But here we will talk about school education. In school education now, as per the NEP 2020, there is no difference between academic subjects, between vocational education. There is no difference between that. Equal weightage is given to all the academic subjects and the vocational courses. Now, every learning hour and all types of learning shall be creditized. Whatever the child will be learning in the school or doing in the school will be creditized. Credit score will be given to the children. And as I was telling, there is no hard separation between different areas of learning, that is arts and science, curricular and extracurricular activities. So academic streams and vocational stream, there is no difference. All type of learning will be creditized under the National Credit Framework. Assessment is mandatory. If the child will be assessed, only then the child will get credit for that. Again, I repeat, assessment is very, very necessary. In 10th class and in 12th class, we are having board exams, as you all know, and these credits will be accumulated. When the child will pass 12th class, when the child will after that go to college, these credits will be transferred. These will be accumulated. So these points has some meaning. It will be credited forward also to the college level. Relevance and weightage of experiential learning and proficiency levels. Also to be added to total credit points earned. Whatever the child will be learning will be assessed, will be given credit points. And after completing the fifth standard, the child will get first level. And after completing 8th class, the child will get second level. After 10th class, third level. After 4th class, 12th class, fourth level. So in school education, the child will be completing 4 levels. Until PhD, we have 8 levels. 4 levels will be completed by a child in the school till 12th class. Now, these are already covered. I'll show you this chart to understand about the credit point. As we are talking about foundational stage. Foundational stage means class nursery, LKG and UKG. Means 3 years, preschool 3 years. For these 3 years, the credit level will be zero point 0.1 for each class. Like zero point 0.1 for nursery, zero point 0.1 for LKG and zero point 0.1 for UKG. So for 3 years, zero point 0.1 multiplied by 3, you can see in the bottom of the picture. At the bottom of the picture, you can see preschool zero point 0.1 credit level, and the credits earned per year will be 8.1. Credit points earned by the child for 3 years will be 8.1. And same when the child moves to class 1, it is 0.2. Till KG it was 0.1, then it is 0.2. And 0.2, the credit that child will be earning will be 5.4, and credits earned will be 27 by the child. It all depends upon the learning hours. Again, I am repeating, learning hours are very very important. That learning hours, as per learning hour, the child is getting 40 credits, and as per the credits and the credit level, the child is getting the credit points. And when the child moves to class 2, credit level is 0.4, and credit earns are 27 again, and credit points earned are 10.8. This is the work of the teacher. They will be calculating it, but it is for your information. As parent, you must need to know, because if the child will be passing a subject, then the child will be getting credit also. In class 3, credit level is 0.6. It is moving 2 points each year. 33 credit earned, and you can see after that 19.8 is the credit points earned by the child. Say when the child moves at class 1, very important stage for a child. When the child moves at class 5th, when he finishes the class 5th, the credit level is 1.0. Credit level is 1.0, and the credit earns are 33, and the credit points are again 33 earned by the child for the whole year. And when the child moves to class 8 after 3 years, after completing 8th class, the credit level is 2.0, and credit earns are 40, and the credit points are 80. When the child clears class 10th, credit level is 3.0, credit earned is 40, and credit points earned by the child are 120. And when the child clears class 12th, credit level is 4.0, and credits earned are 40, and credit points earned are 160 till class 12th. We will not talk about further about their first year, second year, or third year of graduation and post graduation and then PhD degree. But of course, these credit points will go beyond the school education till their PhD degree. So here you need to focus about the credit points earned in the school. The child will start from 0.1 in nursery class and will go till 4 point, till 12th class. Now, guidelines for implementing the NCrF in schools. Attendance of students must be made mandatory. Minimum attendance in a session may be fixed. The CBSE has fixed that if a child's attendance is less than 75%, the child will not be allowed to sit in board examination. So in school also we have made it mandatory that 75% of attendance is mandatory for each child. So all the parents and students need to take care of this thing. Your attendance counts a lot in your score also. The hours allocated to each academic year and credit earned per year may be fixed. As we have already told you, 40 credits will be given to the child. The scheme of studies for class 9th and 12th must be redesigned, updated, and mentioned. This I will further tell you what changes have been done for class 9th, how many languages are compulsory, how many subjects are compulsory for each child, and vocational education is compulsory for each child. So same, the curriculum has been divided accordingly. Like in each school, I will talk about my school. We have 40 minutes subject period. So each period is given 40 minutes weightage. So as per the 40 minutes, we will be calculating their learning hours. As per their learning hours, credits will be allocated to the students, and it will be again entered in the mark sheet. Along with the credits, grades will also be given to the students. Suppose a child is getting marks between 91 to 100, the child will be getting A1 grade. Suppose between 81 to 19, A2 grade, and so on. Sheet will be discussed with you and shared with you. So grades will also be given and credits will also be given. Now, this is as per the existing scheme that we are having two languages. Just wait, dear parents. Just check communication. Each slide I click then. No problem. So as we are talking about the existing system of the ninth class. Compulsory subjects by board, languages are compulsory, mathematics, science, social science, health and physical education, work experience, art education, skill subject, these are compulsory, and third language. But now there is a change in the pattern. The child in ninth has to take three languages. Three languages are mandatory for a child. After those three languages, there is English, there is math, there is science, there is social science, art education, physical education, work experience, and their skill subject. So these are mandatory subjects, and equal weightage has been given to all the subjects. Art education is also a subject, and physical education is also a subject. Now I will tell you about the sample mark statement with the allocation of credits. Like I am talking about English language and literature. Suppose in theory the child is getting so marks, in practical this, and total marks got by the child is 75. So the child is getting C1 grade as per the grades allocated according to the numbers as I was telling you earlier. So the grade given to the child is C1 and credits 7. 7 credit means 7 multiplied by 3210 hours the child has spent for the English subject. I hope you are getting me. If the child is getting 7 credits in English, it means the child has spent 210 hours for English subject. So for English, Hindi, Math, Science, Social Science, 7 credits are given. And for health and physical education and work experience, there are 3 credits. 2 for health and education and 1 for work experience. That is 2 plus 1 credit. And for art education, again, there are 2 credits given. Next is students passing in ninth will be eligible for 40 credits. If the student opts for and passes with 5 subjects only, then if the student is passing in less subjects, the child is not passing in main 3 subjects, then the child will be counted fail and no credit will be given to the child. Again, I repeat, if the child fails in main subjects, no credit will be given and the child will be counted fail. Suppose if a child takes some additional subject or additional language, then the child can earn more credits beyond 40. Then the child can earn 47 credits. If the students opt for the 7th subject, then the child can earn up to 54 credits. These are extra credits. Otherwise, the NCrF talks about 40 credits. That is mandatory for each child. Next is for class 9th, as per NCF, a student of 9th and 10th have to study 3 languages. That is mandatory for each child to study 3 languages, at least 2 of which are native to India. So make sure the each child must study three languages. That is why the schools are changing the pattern and now adding three languages formula in the school. Beyond these three languages, the child will be having seven subjects, that is mathematics, social science, science, art education, physical education and well-being, vocational education and interdisciplinary areas. A student has to pass in all 10 subjects, that is three languages plus seven subjects to be declared as pass. This is important for the parents of ninth standard especially. A student has to pass in all 10 subjects, that is three languages plus seven subjects to be declared as pass. Otherwise, the child will not be counted pass in ninth standard. Now, grading system in CBSE. Grade A1, that is the top 1/8 of the pass candidates. Suppose in a class there are 40 students or 32 students. The top 1/8 means 1 to 8 will be A1. Next 9 to 16 will be A2. And as per the marks in decreasing order, the child will be getting the grade. Grading formula is different. Even in various schools, they can do as per the requirement. But in CBSE, the CBSE is following this pattern of grading. It means a student passing in 9th and 10th subjects will be eligible to earn 40 credits. If the child is passing all the subjects in 9th class, the child is getting 40 credits. And then in 11th class, after passing 10th, the child can use multiple subjects. Now there is no difference between the streams. The child can choose any subject as per the convenience of the child and as per the choice of the child. Now, allocation of credits for different subjects in class 9 proposed by NCF. Language 1, language 2, language 3. Hours given to language 1, 120 hours. Marks, 100 marks, and credits will be 4. These are the proposed learning hours given by the CBSE for the new pattern. Language 1, language 2, language 3, all the languages will get 120 hours and 100 marks and 4 credits will be given. In maths, standard and basic both, 150 learning hours are allocated, 100 marks maximum and 5 credit points will be given to the child. In science, 150 learning hours, 100 marks and 5 credits. In social science, 150 learning hours, 100 marks paper and 5 credits. Environmental education, 120 learning hours. And now you can well imagine that environmental education is as important as languages or any other subject. Equal weightage has been given to this subject because nowadays environmental education is really very important. A child must be aware about it. So that's why the CBSE has given equal weightage to environmental education also. So 120 hours has been given. Even CBSE has given books also for this subject. There are so many role plays, case studies with which the child can learn about the environment. Next is skill subject. The child can take any skill subject and 150 hours are given to skill subject. Now you can well imagine vocational subject, skill subject is not just a sideline. It has been given equal weightage as per the academic subjects. So there is no difference in academics and vocational stream. It is equal. Rather, the CBSE has given more weightage to skill subject. Learning hours are 150. 100 marks paper will be there and 5 credits will be given. It is as important as science, social science and maths. And next is physical education. 60 hours are given and 2 credits will be given for this subject. Physical education is internal assessment. Art education, again, in board examination, it will be by the external examiner. Art education, 16 hours, 60 hours are given and 2 credits. So I hope all the parents are now clear about the subject. Learning hours given to the subject. I think you all must take screenshot of this slide. Learning hours, marks and credits of each subject. We will not talk about plus one. CBSE is actually doing a lot to change the education system so that students can do it with more creativity, with more innovation, and involvement the parents is also required in that. Now you can see about projects, activities, and field visits. That is also counted in the credit. If the child is not in the schools and child is doing some project or activity, or the child has got for excursion, it doesn't mean the child has not attended the school. The full credit will be given to the child as per the hour the child has spent it for that particular thing. Same is the case with each and every subject. Dear parents, as we discussed earlier also, as per the NEP 2020, the root age to take admission in school will be 3 years for nursery class. Because now the CBSE has changed the pattern from 10 plus 2 to 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4, right? And from nursery to class 2, there is different wing, and till second class, each child must be able to learn, read, must be able to good in numbers also, and doesn't only read mean the child should be able to learn and understand what the child is reading. So now we are also putting more efforts on reading of children, and in the primary section the more focus is on experiential learning. Each and every topic the child is doing, the child must have some experiment to understand that topic. And we are also arranging so many experiments in the school, and we are giving visuals to the children to understand it in a better way. Sixth onward, more focus is on critical thinking, creative thinking, innovation. The child must come with their own ideas. So my request to the parents is, now the pattern has been changed. So as per the changed pattern, we also need your cooperation. Sit with your children, help your child when the child is reading the chapter. If a child is facing any problem in reading the chapter, do talk to us. What kind of problem your children are facing? Tell the child to make their own questions, and after that, how to answer those questions. Direct questions will not be involved in teaching, especially from sixth onward. Blueprints will be shared with all of you soon. So you all need to focus on the question framing and indirect questions, especially the questions which are based on higher order thinking skills. So for that, if you need any kind of guidance, you can even tie up with the class teacher, and you can ask the teacher to give you time where the teacher can make you understand how to make these kind of questions and how to solve the queries of your children even at home. So I think you also need to take guidance from the teachers, so that by getting hand in hand, we can improve our children and we can do something good for our students. So I really need your help. Each and every class is important for us. Either it is nursery class or it is 12th class. As you all know, we are affiliated to CBSE till 12th standard. So next year we will be having plus one. So this 10th class will be promoted to class one. You will find a big change. Like earlier you used to have medical, commerce, arts, non-medical. Now the CBSE has mixed all the subjects. There is no special stream. The child can take any combination of subject as per the taste of the child. So it is a big change done by the CBSE. And in class nursery, LKG, UKG, first and second, we have no examination system. Till class 2, there will be no examination system. There will be for continuous assessment of the child. Like suppose twice a week the teacher is taking class test, the teacher is doing so many activities in the school, the child is doing poetry in the school, the dancing in the school, declamations and all that. All the activities are assessed by the child for internal assessment. Even when the child is supposed to bringing food in the school, what kind of food the child is eating, how is the handwriting, how the child is maintaining the notebooks, about the uniform, about the punctuality. Just keep in mind each and everything of the child is assessed. So, dear parents, now it is your duty to make sure that your child very good score, very good credits, and for the interest of the children, just give some quality time to your children at home to ask them what the child has done in the school. If the child is facing any problem, do you need to call the teacher? And make sure call the teacher at the allotted time only, which time has been given to you. And 100% my teachers will help you. And even beyond that, if you need any type of guidance, my teachers can take online class also, as they are taking now also. So we are here to help you in every way. For any problem related to NCRF or NEP 2020, you can contact us again. And very soon we will come to you with the maybe assessment, how to assess the child. We will come with more sessions with the parents. If there is any query, you can send your message. And thank you everyone, those who have joined. So many parents are there. So I thank each and every parent and hope to see you soon with some new PPT and new session. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you.